Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for taking out time to watch my videos. If you don't know, I'm already in Orlando. I'm actually here for my husband's work getaway, tagging along so that I can also see the Universal Studios in Florida and the other theme park. Today is day 2 and I decided to join my husband for lunch and spend some part of the day walking around the resort and exploring the little shops and confectionaries that were around. I loved that the resort had pastel theme, and the beauty of the resort was that we could take a bunch of pictures and bask in the sunlight. I really loved Florida's weather during the time that I particularly visited because it was a perfect combination of the sun and some chill, which is usually not the case. I'm actually from California, but this time around the year it was raining there, and I loved that I could just sit outside, enjoy the sun, and have a cup of coffee. Later that day, I decided to try on some press-ons for the first time in my life. I thought there'll be very little damage, but it really chipped off my nail beds. But I loved the look. I was so obsessed with it that I tried to make sure that it came in every picture of myself, and I loved it. Once my husband got free, we headed to the Universal Studios in the typical water taxi, and I was just so excited because I felt comfortable in my skin and the weather was really helpful. We got a chance to actually go into the Jimmy Fallon show. It was a mimic and it was a ride, but I loved it. The mummy ride is my favorite in this park, and I made sure that my husband also tried it with me. After enjoying the vibes of the place, we headed on to our next ride. My husband was very reluctant about it, but somehow he convinced himself to go into it, and we both thoroughly enjoyed it. Post the ride, we were very hungry, so decided to head on to go to a nearby diner, which was really interesting. The theme was so fresh and it looked like something from the movies, and I loved it. And we both decided to have just a basket of fries, enjoying the vibes and watching some of the shows that were happening outside. And there were some really cool cars too, vintage cars basically, and you got absolutely wonderful pictures which I will use as my DPs for sure. Post our evening snack, we headed on to the San Francisco part of the Universal Studios. This was quite like a deja vu feeling because we were already seen San Francisco, and I loved that they had actually recreated the whole thing with absolutely accurate details. And then it was my favorite time of the day. We were headed to the Harry Potter world again. If you watched Harry Potter and the Order of Phoenix, this is the night bus where Stan, the conductor, is standing right outside it, and I got a chance to take some pictures and interact with him, and I was just in awe. They had even recreated the fountain in London and the streets of London and the entrance to Diagon Alley. I love that the night bus also included the small moving figure which kind of spoke, and then this was time for Diagon Alley. Oh my god. As soon as I entered the place, I had goosebumps. I've already been here. The previous time I was here, I actually had tears in my eyes because it was the first time I was seeing this. But this time, it still felt surreal. First, we headed to the Leaky Cauldron for some butterbeer, and then we decided to explore the place. This is the Leaky Cauldron. I loved how they actually brought the pub alive, and I loved that I could actually share this moment with my husband, and I was still having goosebumps the entire time. if you watched Harry Potter, this is the monster book of monsters which Hagrid had assigned to Harry and his class in the third year when he taught the care of magical creatures. So we actually went inside Flourishing Blots to see the towering stack of books and also some self-knitting crochet pieces that Mrs. Weasley has supposedly bewitched. Apart from the typical Madame Malkin's robe for all occasions, there were so many other robe shops. But I went into the Madame Malkin's robe shop and decided to shop for something which would be useful for me. I was absolutely obsessed with Hermione Granger's Yule Ball dress, but I decided that a scarf in Gryffindor's colors would actually be with me forever and would actually last a long time. And of course, this is the Gringotts Bank. Look at the fiery detail. I was so in awe actually. Inside the Gringotts Bank, we had headed to a ride which had recreated with absolute detail each of the goblins sitting inside the bank, and the wands and the magnifying glasses, the vaults, whatever the galleons and sickles were there inside the walls, with the gondolas and the ride and the sleeping dragon. Oh my god, the amount of effort that has gone into it, it's definitely worth every penny that you spend here, especially if you're a Harry Potter fan. Next, we took the Hogwarts Express from King's Cross to Hogwarts, and the entire ride was so magical. Did you catch a glimpse of me walking through the barrier between platform 9 and 10 to platform 9 and 3 quarters? It was so cool, guys. The detail inside the Hogwarts Express was so good. They had the carriages, they had the seats, they had the private cabins, and they even recreated the outdoors. This is it for you.
Yes, it does not make any sense. You can literally do the whole journey. It's your letter.
It's getting dark out there.
Let's find a compartment.
Jesus, snack. Where's the food trolley? Hermione, can't you conjure up some pumpkin pasties?
Ron, food is the first of the 5 principal exceptions to Gunk's law of elemental transmutation.
Ngapare.
Quarter to a half.
Ngapare. Pettiness, oh my god.
I'm okay. I'm okay. That was brilliant.
Dementors on the Hogwarts Express? Foul, miserable creatures. Something from the trolley, dear.
I'd say you'd earned it. And he shot the frogs.
We rode the Hogwarts Express to Hogwarts and back to London actually. And last time I was here, nothing went into my head. I was so in awe of the place, but this time it was so good. Dinner that night was at an Indian place called Tabla, and I think the food was okayish, but the chaat prata couldn't go wrong. And I loved the main dish which I had ordered, which is the Manchurian balls with fried noodles, and it was so good. That was it for day 2. See you guys in the next vlog where I cover Epic Universe on day 3.